You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnny and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 314.
Man, 314, man. I am Greg Popovich this week because my Spurs are still down 0-2 right now, but it's okay.
Yeah. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. X is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
On X, I'm JON2_ the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Round of applause, man. I just hear some gunshots too. You know why? You know, being a New York Knicks fan, you know, we've been in a drought for decades, bro.
Yo,
Word to Patrick Ewing and them.
the switch up is crazy. The switch up is crazy. My brother did. I feel like Drake. Hold on. No, stay on that side. No, okay. Y'all switched up on me. Oh.
Bro, I've been playing that all day. I swear to God, I've been playing that all
That's
day.
crazy.
Nah, man. Look, NBA Finals, it's been a movie so far. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, that game two was crazy. Game two was crazy. Like I don't know, man. I think the inexperience is starting to show in the Spurs, and I really think that's the only factor right now in the finals. Just that, you know, the Spurs being a much younger team is just the inexperience, man. It's starting to show a little bit.
Yeah, man. My boy Wimby being took it to the woodshed right now. It's okay, man. I mean, listen, the stat, you can look at the stats, you're like, oh, okay, he had like 27, you know, it's cool. But no, you gotta watch the game.
Yeah.
It don't be looking good. I mean, they fought back in game two, but you know, as a Spurs fan, it was hard, man. My heart was hurting. Like I had to go lay down after that one. It's like I felt like I played. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, this is a lot. But
It was definitely
I
a lot.
still have faith in my squad. Listen, we can't get the brooms now. Like, listen, no brooms. No brooms. I am hoping for. I don't give a damn. Hey, the crazy New York fans are outside. Not the rich ones will be inside. So I ain't worried about that. They were like, oh, the Madison Square Garden is gonna be so loud. You see all them New York fans in San Antonio? You know why they was down there? It ain't because they good fans. Hell, I mean, they are good fans. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just talking about, like, all that money it costs to go to the world's famous arena for an NBA Finals game. James Dolan been waiting to charge that much money for a ticket. He just want to.
It's a fact.
Yeah, all the celebrities, yeah, they gonna be down there. Fat Joe gonna be down there waving his arms again.
Hey, that was crazy.
That was hilarious. I saw that in real time. I started crying. I rewinded. I was like, I know who I think it is. I love seeing celebrities be like regular people, like just being amongst the fans. Like that's dope. And that's one thing I do give like New York Knicks fans, at least for like the culture of it, right? New celebrities really do be fans. Like they just don't pull up because it's cute. Like Fat Joe is a fan. Ben Stiller is a fan. Spike Lee, damn near is the mascot. So
yeah,
exactly. So just for competitive sake, I need, you know, come on, we need game 3. Like we can't. I can deal with losing, just not losing in the sweep.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I look at it like this. This game 3, if the Spurs don't win, hey,
boy.
Just go out to call it. Go out to call it.
Man, listen, I ain't conceding. listen. Listen, don't let him come back next week with an opportunity now.
Oh, if we
they survive,
no,
bro.
I'm gonna be talking big shit. I'm coming here talking big shit. If we record next week and it's still a chance for the Spurs,
somehow, we're still alive.
Yeah. I might. In fact, let me go look on NBAshop.com, whatever the website shit is, so I get me a Wembanyama jersey. I don't even think I'm saying his name right. I'm trying. There you go. Yeah. So that's crazy. Anyway, bro, how you feeling, bro?
Besides that, man, hey, life is good, bro. Besides that, you know what I'm saying? Life's bullshit. Life's great, man. Like, I can't complain, man. What about you?
Same, man. I went to the dentist yesterday. I had to get one of my fillings redone. So you know, half the day the side of my face was just numb as hell.
Yeah.
But I wanted to come to the pod with this question for you, because the dental assistant and the actual dentist, you know, they was doing their work, whatever. But they just having the most casual conversation. We took a cruise in Europe for 10 days and all this kind of shit. But somehow the conversation turned to Marvel. Lady was talking about how her husband was upset because she never seen none of the Avengers movies. Cool. So they got to chopping it up. But the question came up of who would win a fight between Batman and Iron Man. And my whole face is swollen. She's, you know, doing her thing, trying to get the filling done. So I can't chime in. I'm seething. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
You're hearing these bad talking points.
Oh my God. So I just wanted to come to the pod with that, because if we have had that conversation, I know it's been a long time. So I just wanted to come just real quick. Like who do you think will win a fight between the two? I know, right?
I think Batman has better hands, but Tony Stark got hands with gadgets, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This is just like if they seen each other. Batman don't get all that special prep time that makes him the most invincible nigga ever. No. If we just happen to see each other and we gotta squabble.
Yeah.
I still might give it to Iron Man.
Really?
If we just meeting up and there's no prep time, none of that special stuff that Batman be needing sometimes. It's just I do think Batman has better hands, because there have been variations of Batman training with, you know, Ra's al Ghul and ninjas and all kind of shit. But I just think Tony Stark got, you know, he got his war chest, which is kind of unfair. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got the suit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Batman ain't got all that. You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't. But so with prep time, of course, we know Batman is, you know, is no question. But I think Batman wins in the edge.
Oh yeah, of course.
I
don't think nobody watches nobody.
Oh yeah, but I feel like Batman has the better in combat adaptability, right? I feel like he's able to adapt better in combat with being trained in several martial arts. I don't think Tech gets it done. I don't Tech gets the all-out win. I just don't think the Tech gets all-out win. I feel like Batman would figure out a way to destabilize the Tech, and then, you know, the Tech destabilize, you know, just fuck Tony Stark up. That's it. That's it.
You know, Batman got prep time. I think Batman washes him, of course.
Oh,
but you know,
easily.
They're both strategious, but you know, I could, you know. But for the sake of this, if Iron Man just see him, oh no, it's like, oh no, we get Bruce up.
But then again, he could just hit him with the repulsor beam, and it's hit. It's over with. So damn, I just negated
the suit. It's like the suit, like, you know what I'm saying?
my own point. It just got
clearly that was pre off the door. Let's get to the real one. Hey man, I got one for you, bro.
Yes, sir.
One gotta go.
Okay.
Movie edition. I spent time cooking this up. I hope you've seen all of them. I feel like you have.
Okay.
They're Will Ferrell movies.
Okay.
So we got Old School, Talladega Nights, Step Brothers, and last but certainly not least, I want to say Blaze of Glory, but nah, Blaze of Glory wasn't good enough. Not for this conversation. I have to say, I hate when I forget my question. Like, you know, this old age, man. I hate it here.
So we got.
Yeah, hold on. You go ahead. Hold on.
No, I'm saying we got Old School.
Yeah.
We got Step Brothers.
Talladega Nights and
Talladega
Anchorman.
Nights.
Okay, that's what.
Anchorman. Dude.
See, God damn it, Ralph. One gotta go.
For me, this is easy because I think Old School is the one I watched the least out of these four. Anchorman was so fire. They had a sequel like
20 years later.
Hey, fire! I love Anchorman. Talladega
and then Talladega Nights. One of them.
I feel like Step Brothers. We watched that a lot in college. Like when we have nothing else to do, we just threw that DVD on. Like that's how great of a movie that was, right? The Catalina wine mix, like all that shit. What? Oh, come on, man. And then what was the
Step Brothers? Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights. Oh, Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby
and that's the best one. That's the best one to me out of the whole list. Come on, man. Talladega Nights.
No, because Anchorman is like Anchorman up there for me. Like I think Talladega Nights has a little bit more quotables, but Anchorman is like Ron Burgundy. I'm kind of a big deal. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
The news. Why would we do the news 24 hours? Like, yeah, that's fire. So, okay, which one you getting rid of? Because I feel like I've heard you talk about Old School before. That's your shit.
Old School is fucking hilarious. Old School is a whole bunch of older guys that create a fraternity because Luke Wilson's character in the film, he bought a house that was eminent domain to a university, and somebody that they bullied back in the day, Jeremy Piven, like back in the day, he is the provost of the university. So he was like, "Hey, you got to get the hell up out of here." And he was like, "Nah, I just paid first and last month rent." He was like, "I don't care about nothing. You ain't by Friday. If you ain't gone, you ain't gone." So they had to create a fraternity just for him to stay on campus because it would have been, ordained by the school or whatnot. So you got these 30-year-old men doing undergrad things, which was very hilarious at the time. But out of these three, that's the one, and that hurts. That's the one that hurts. It got to go though, because I'm not getting rid of Ricky Bobby. I'm not. If you're not first, you're last. Ron Burgundy stays, and then Step Brothers is like ridiculously funny. Like it's like hearty. Like you're laughing from here. It was so ridiculous. Yeah. And then him and John C. Reilly, they have like a great synergy together. That's why Step Brothers is what it is, and then Talladega Nights is what it is. That 1-2 punch of both of them kind of working off of each other. So unfortunately, Old School has to go.
Yeah. Damn, they don't make movies like that no more. It's no room in the industry for that. Like even if it goes straight to a Netflix or Hulu or whatever, like if they do make those types of movies, I feel like they go overlooked, right?
Well, yeah, and then they're not highlighted. Like they'll go directly to one of your streaming platforms, and then at some point I'm going to see scary movies. So I feel like that'll probably restore the feeling, but that's more of a parody than it is like an original storyline or whatever. But it's still in the same vein of like that ridiculous comedy that we kind of grown to love. So but unfortunately, Old School.
Now that's a dope question. So for my off the dome, I'm going music, right? Thinking about hip hop music, right? Hip hop songs. They usually tell a story or give us a glimpse into a certain environment that the artist is portraying, right? But there are hip hop songs that are literally about nothing. Okay. Some are good, some are really, really, really bad. But I want to ask you, what's your favorite hip hop song about nothing? And I have my answer. So if you need a minute, I can give you mine.
Go ahead.
So my favorite hip hop song about nothing, or one of them, is The Roots, The Next Movement. The beat is hard, band is hard. Black Thought is rapping his ass off, but he's literally talking about nothing in that entire song. The hook is about nothing. It's just catchy. It feels good. He's just rhyming words, but it's a good song. There's no message. There's no rhyme or reason behind the song. It's just a good song. Like that's still in my playlist today. I ride to that at least once a week. Like it's just a really really good song, right?
Yeah,
But I can't tell you nothing is about. It's not about nothing. Nothing at all.
You asked me that question, and I listen to a lot of Bind Them and hip hop at times. Like, it just kind of takes me away from things. And one of my favorite artists is Rick Ross. So I'm trying to pinpoint a Rick Ross song because Rick Ross can do a lot of rapping about absolutely nothing. And I'm just going through my Rick Ross discography here.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to pick a song that most people know, but my heart is leading me to something. It's,
Okay.
it's on Port of Miami too. Not even a popular Rick Ross album because at this point most people have stopped listening to him. But it's a song called White Lines with Dej Loaf. The song is very hypnotic. Like Dej Loaf is doing Dej Loaf things on the beat, and Rick Ross is just rapping about nothing.
I love it.
Like he's rapping literally about nothing. I don't even know if it's a luxurious lifestyle. It just sounds good. Like it really just sounds good. But Rick Ross has been doing that trick for a while. But they're not saying anything of substance.
And that's so interesting because usually a good song it has some type of meaning, right? It doesn't have to be a super in-depth type of thing, but there's something, oh, my lyrics are better than yours, or oh, my car is better than yours, oh, my jewelry, my women better than yours. But sometimes, hey, I just know words. Let me just put these words together.
The chorus is I hold my head up to the sky while she's doing white lines. Maybe she's doing coke, but still it's just like that. What does that mean? Like, what does that mean though?
White line, you talking about the clouds? Like what's happening here?
What? I'm talking about cocaine. She's doing white lines. All right. But still, what does this have to do with anything?
Yeah.
It just like I said, it sounds good to me.
Hey, and as long as it sounds good, right? Maybe it's a certain feeling behind it. I don't know, but
yeah. All right. But clearly, people, that was off the dome. One got to go with Will Ferrell edition. Just let me know from those movies.
Yep. And then, what's your favorite hip hop song about nothing? Let us know.
OS Gang, What's Happening, Family, and Kinfolk. We got a few topics here on the OS News docket this week, but let's start with some good news. NPR Tiny does be doing a big one sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And in honor of Black Music History Month, let's discuss their lineup, which has already started with one artist, Floetry. Yep. But they do have a lineup just commemorating Black music in this month. So first of all, I want to ask Johnny, what do you think about NPR doing it? NPR Tiny Desk doing this, and then secondly, what do you think about the lineup?
I think this is dope. I don't believe this is the first time. I'm sure they did this last year. I can't really remember who the lineup was for last year. I think Maxwell might have been a part of it. But I appreciate the fact that this is a continuing tradition for Black Music Month in June, right? So that's dope as hell. I do have the list here, and I guess we'll start with Floetry because Floetry's is already out. So shout out to Floetry. But next on the list we have Shabuzi, Arya Starr, The Paradox. We have Eve. We have Joe. We have Fred Hammond and Bow Wow. What do you think about that lineup, Ralph?
Interesting. It's very diverse. You got gospel, R&B, hip hop. Paradox is a alternative band. They like a black Blink 182 or something. I feel with Paradox.
Okay.
Yeah.
Putting me on to something new because I don't think I've heard of them, but I'm interested.
I could be. I'm gonna check because I think I got the Paradox songs on my phone.
Okay.
And I think that's the name of the group, Paradox.
I have been seeing.
Yeah, they like black alternative. Yeah, they're like a rock band.
Oh, that's fire. Oh, I can't wait to watch that one then.
Yeah. Yeah, they even in their Apple Music description, it says like their style is reminiscent of forebears like Blink 182 and some 41. So yeah.
Say less. I don't know where they found Eve at, somewhere in the depths of Great Britain, but I'm glad that she popping out.
Yeah.
Man, let me just give a round of applause to Bow Wow. I'm so happy. Like, Bow Wow continues to headline the New Age Millennium Tour, or what do they call it now?
It's Millennium Tour, but
okay, Millennium Tour. But the fact that Bow Wow is still getting the type of praise that I feel like he deserves, right? He's one of those artists that started as a child artist, but was able to grow his career as he grew, and the fact that he's still able to go out there and tour and do everything he's doing now, I just really appreciate that, man. So out of this list, who are you looking forward to the most?
Joe, easily.
Yep, same.
Joe.
Same.
Joe. Like, shout out to Fred Hammond. I know he can sing, but it's only about Jesus over there, and that's cool. But no, Joe, because Joe don't get his flowers enough. Joe, because this thing we seen Fred Hammond. I don't know if you follow him on social media. I follow him on social media, but he's done the verses. He's consistently outside. Joe is kind of like, if you go see him on one of those how y'all doing the night tours, maybe you'll see him, but you don't see Joe. And Joe has yet to do a versus. Joe don't really be on social media like that, from what I can tell. Mm-hmm. So I want to see this. And Joe can sing.
Right. You're right. Joe really don't be outside unless he on tour or something. He be at the crib.
He be at the crib chilling.
Nah, and I appreciate that. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Joe's Tiny Desk. Especially like what the set list is going to be. Like I'm here for it, man. I'm definitely here for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got, because I'm finna start hating now. Like, it's like, because even with Bow Wow, it's kind of like
why? You trying to hear basketball on Tiny Desk?
No. Shit. The only one that may translate well with the band and the background singers is Let Me Hold You Down. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, bounce with me, maybe bounce with me. I need to hear. If Bow Wow was gonna do live bands, he should have been did this shit. Because I don't know why I think like his songs ain't finna work like that.
Bro, that is funny. Maybe this is the catalyst for him to start using live bands.
And that ain't gonna be enough.
This is gonna start the Bow Wow CD Winery tour.
That's
what this is about.
City Winery is crazy.
That's where the bands be at.
Why he couldn't have a band on tour? He was just on tour. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's funny. I don't know, man. I don't know.
And then I mean, shout out to Shabuzi. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you like this for people when they be over there in them alternative spaces. But I don't really want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for Paradox. Like, I'm more excited for them.
Yeah. I mean, Shabuzi cool. I just never really got into his music like that. Like, I don't know. I'm really just not a country fan, if I'm being honest. Like, that's really
we fake care. We only care because if they start hating on our people, like when Lil Nas X was over there, over there, we was like, hey, leave him alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce, how dare you be mean to Beyonce? Then Shabuzi popped up. It's like, we fake cared. I admit it.
Yeah, but shout out to Tiny Desk though.
Hey man, since we're on the conversation of black entertainment, man, let's talk about black entertainment television. So BET put out this press release, and I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to bring it here to my brother Johnny, and we discuss it here for you guys. So BET has now appointed a board of advisors, which will be headlined, if I should say, by former BET owner and CEO Bob Johnson, LL Cool J, and Queen Latifah. There are other people amongst this board of advisors, but those are the most famous and most notable, with all due respect. So, Johnny, what's your thoughts on BET doing this?
So, in theory, right, this sounds great.
Yeah.
You got LL Cool J, you got Queen Latifah, you got the former BET owner, executive on it, founder, the original BET founder, right? Like, that's fire, like that's dope. But I started thinking a little deeper, right? So first I went to see the full list of the board, right? The board of advisors. There are 6 members on this board. The 3 you named. There's an executive. His name is George Cheeks. There's a financial leader, Raymond J. McGuire, and NFL executive Tony Vincent. So cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
You diversify your board by having people in other industries to help think about things outside the box. Okay, cool, that makes sense. But then I get to looking up the ages of these individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody on this board is born after 1970.
Okay.
If we are trying to reshape BET for the future, I think we need younger individuals on this board of advisors. Also, I'm not saying replace
Mm-hmm.
who we have, because old guard, right?
Yeah.
To help with what was going on in the past. But I feel like you need additional younger, well, I don't want to say fresher, but younger ideas or younger people to help with what's current today, in addition to the old guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this board of advisors sounds cool, but I don't know how great they would be for transitioning BET for the future, if that makes sense.
Well, I had to kind of peruse the the article once again, but Paramount Skydance, who owns BET, owns plenty of channels and other properties, and they were once up for sale. They were going to be sold to like a third party, but they're not.
Yep.
So Skydance Paramount, who owns BET, the CEO is David Ellison, who is buddy was with Trump. Take that how you may want. They're not selling BET, so BET is still going to be underneath Paramount. So that's the first point you got to understand if we're going to talk about channel overhaul, right?
Right.
So if these board of advisors like really want to implement change, do they have to dance with Skydance? Like, do you have to really get in the trenches with them to really implement things? And then maybe that's where the youthful thing can kind of come, kind of get washed away, I would say, if for lack of better words. But I would like to see, like you said, that point does stand, but I wonder how much do these board of advisors care, you know what I'm saying, to actually lead. And then that's the point I think that truly matters. Because if they care, they'll get the right people underneath them to really make shit shake.
Right.
So if that's the case, I'm okay with it. Because Queen Latifah might actually give a damn. Like, she might care.
True.
Troy Vincent, who is a former NFL player, former head of the NFLPA for a while, he might actually care. LL Cool J might care too. You know what I'm saying? Bob Johnson is his baby. They got him to come back. Yeah. Listen, he rich. He ain't have to come back. So maybe he cares. That gives me a level of optimism. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or because you could be 100% correct, and I hope that's the route.
Yeah.
Or this could just be for the headlines. Oh, look who we got on our board of advisors, right? And they don't do shit. They don't do nothing. Paramount, Skydance, whoever still goes forward with whatever their plan is for BET.
It's funny because it seem like Paramount Skydance even cares? Like, they have their own board of directors, right? And it would behoove you, it would benefit you for if BET was popping. Let their board of directors, the board of advisors, do their thing to get the channel popping.
Right.
That's what it would seem like, right? Maybe I'm making too much sense. Because, what I'm saying, if you own something, you want to thrive. You don't want to step on it, right? Like, I'm just making too much sense. I don't know anything about business. I'm just a consumer of media and entertainment. But it would behoove you, if you want like people to watch your channel or watch your properties, to have good programming on it. And if this is specifically for black people, it's not for anybody else. We can make all the black stuff all we want. We can, listen. Let go of nostalgia. Don't bring 106 and Park back. Don't bring Rap City back. Don't bring Teen Summit back. I don't want none of that shit. Because you know why? You're not gonna do it right. Let's just do new original stuff. People don't watch video countdowns no more. So let's not try to do that. Let's not recreate that. People don't watch, but don't get away from reality TV too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think of original stuff. Scripted shows is what people were watching. Do that.
And not fucking Tyler Perry.
And Tyler Perry, he ain't on the board of advisors. I was like, how does that work? Because I didn't know if he owned part of B. I didn't know what was going on.
I don't
there.
know either. every point you just made is exactly why I say they need younger people on this advisor board also.
Yeah.
Because no, we don't want the video countdown shows. People don't even really watch videos like that, right? We need younger people on this board to help generate those ideas. If they were smart, Drewski would be on this board. If they were smart, like these you don't think so? You don't think so?
No.
Nah, I'm not saying give Drewski a show, but I'm saying like
give him a show. I'd rather y'all put the show on there than him actually make some goddamn decisions.
I don't know. I don't know if Drewski, the way that Drewski has been able to move and do his own media and skits and sketches and things. I don't even know if he would take a show. I don't even know if he would really do.
He would have to tone. He would have to tone down his comedy, whatever that is, right? Yeah. And like he can still do comedy, right? But I think he has the freedom on YouTube to kind of do unscripted, not unscripted, but just like where there's no parental advisory stuff on it. Like, I mean, you can still do this shit on TV. I mean, honestly, at this point, does it matter? Put that shit on after 8 o'clock. All right, kids, you shouldn't be watching it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put the disclaimer up there.
That's the new one cut.
I don't know. No.
Don't bring that back.
Nah, we can't bring that back.
That's funny.
But then again, have you watched Love and Hip Hop?
Touche.
What's the difference?
Touche. No, touche.
We might be on to something. But no, I mean, I get your point. Like, I mean, not to shit all over the Drewski thing. Drewski just so I hear that, I just like, oh my god, like he already hosted the BET Awards. Let's not go too far.
Hey, step one.
Yeah, right. Skipping steps. But no, I get your point though, right? Youthfulness is what's going to drive the channel. That's what drove it in the first place, right? We had, Video Soul and all those things that kind of like, it was cool at first, and then they found a way to keep reinventing the wheel. And you kick those black creators and VJs and executives out the door, and it's just like it became stagnant, especially around the time I would say we was like in undergrad getting ready to graduate. That's when BET was kind of like, all right now.
Yeah.
And it just felt like they only focused on the award show. And then even the award show got stale at some point. Now the award show seems like it's starting to turn a corner, but now you need original programming to bring everybody back. And I think it's very doable.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So look, shout out to the board of advisors. We'll see in the next 1, 3, 5 years where this goes. Or if this is just another headline. I guess we're gonna see. Only time will tell.
Right. Speaking of only time will tell, right? Let's talk about this, right? Tyler the Creator recently had an interview, and it was a just an excerpt, and he just kind of pulled it out of there. But he said that he passed on Jay-Z trying to sign him back in the day. So Johnny, Tyler's your man, Jay-Z's my man. So best of both worlds has collided here. We have to discuss this. So what do you think about Tyler the Creator turning down Jay-Z's offer back in I forget the times, but what do you think about it?
I mean, hindsight is always 20/20, right?
Facts.
I think today, clearly, I think that was a really good decision for him and his team, for him and his people.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting though. Let's say Tyler did sign to Jay-Z. How does that even work? Understanding the type of artist that Tyler was when he first came out, him, Our Future, Yonkers, even the album before that, before Goblin, it's called Bastard, I think. Like, I'm sure a lot of people have never listened to that. Jay-Z wasn't gonna fuck with that album. Ain't no way. There's absolutely no way. So I guess from my perspective, I'm curious as to what Jay-Z saw in Tyler at that point that made him want to sign Tyler.
It was a verse that Tyler did with the Pharrell, like some type of collaboration that him and Pharrell did. So if he cool enough to fuck with Pharrell, and he been dealing with if Jay-Z has been dealing with Kanye and Pharrell, Tyler's a drop in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about personalities. So it's kind of like, all right, and he can recognize talent. You can say that. Like, Jay ain't really fumbled too much on talent. So when it came to but when it comes to cultivating talent, okay, that's another conversation. But if you're just talking about the eye for it, cool. And I think that he would have clearly recognized that Tyler was, one of them. And they have maintained a good standing relationship from what we can tell, throughout the years. So it's no problem. But I like to bring up the point that he almost fumbled J. Cole though. So
and that's where I was going with it.
So if J. Cole had this identity crisis and didn't quite figure it out, because I enjoy Sideline Story even though most people don't. But then again, I am a J. Cole fan. So when most people ain't feeling Sideline Story and they don't want to hear Workout from J. Cole, it kind of like, And then now that we have hindsight is 2020 with J. Cole coming out talking about the stuff that Jay-Z wanted him to do early on and he wasn't going, Tyler would have probably passed on the Stargate production song too. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at that point, at that time, it probably just didn't make sense for you to make such a commercial sounding music if it's truly not where you want to be.
Right. Yeah, I think the development of Tyler would have seriously been stunted if he would have signed to Jay-Z. Thinking about the pressure that J. Cole talked about, even on Sideline Story, to make a hit, right? That same type of pressure would have been bestowed on the Tyler the Creator, which I think would have changed the trajectory of how he made music back then. And we don't get the Tyler that we have today. And even with J. Cole, like, he had to struggle to get past that. Like, I love Born Center. I think Born Center is a really good album. But I don't think that's the type of album J. Cole really wanted to make. Then we get to Forest Hills Drive, which is the J. Cole that we, that he longed for to put out music, and the rest is history, right? I just feel like it would have stunted Tyler the Creator's stunted his growth. Stunted his growth, yeah. Enunciate, right? It would have stunted Tyler's growth for the worst. Like, I think we still get the Tyler we have today. It just would have taken a whole lot longer.
But then again, it took a while too. Like, he had his core fans, but he's just getting mainstream appeal now. So what's the difference?
I don't know.
It took 3 to 4 albums, right, to really like hit a stride, right? Who knows? Like, it's like Kanye didn't want to make none of the shit he was making, clearly, and look at him, like. Kanye wanted to make 808s and Yeezys. He wanted to make all that shit. Like, he wanted to make gangster music. Oh my god, like, calm down. But no, I mean, you do have a point. But if we're talking about like commercial Tyler versus the Tyler that you became a fan of, those are two different people. You grew with his music. I came to the party late, so I came to the party late when the music started sounding a little bit different. So if he came out with that, what would have been the difference? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if Tyler was in a place to make, like, back then, to make the music that he does now. Like, I feel like it would have been forced and it would not have come out good. Like, I feel like he needed to grow.
Okay, that's
he
fair.
Needed to grow.
No, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair.
Because I feel like you can hear it through the progression of his albums, from Goblin to Wolf. I think it's something in between that and Flower Boy. Flower Boy, Igor. Now we getting to Call Me If You Get Lost, Chromacopia. Like, so he needed that progression, and I think Tyler is, even at a young age, I feel like he was just really self-aware, right? Like,
and there's nothing wrong with that, gambling on yourself, because we've heard stories of a lot of people turning down offers. So this isn't the first time we've heard it, and it won't be the last. This is something that Jay-Z can't have under his belt as another person that he kind of helped cultivate, and that's cool. But there are other stories of larger rappers at the time trying to get newer talent, and they was like, you know what, big dog, I'm cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It happens.
So that's just an interesting soundbite. That's not something I would have put together. Like, I never thought Jay-Z, let me sign Tyler. So
but it was the Pharrell connection. So once I saw that, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. But hey, man, hip hop, a win for hip hop. Johnny, hit the hand clap though. A round of applause for this. So Apparently, there's a hip hop museum in New York that I didn't even know about. New York City. It was founded in 2015. So take that.
Okay. Yeah.
So now it has officially received money from the state of New York in the sum of $1 million. It's earmarked for public funds to kind of help cultivate and keep the museum afloat. So now that I did know this, and I hate that I missed it, but
Mhm.
we have a hip hop museum in the Bronx. I think it's at the spot where Cool Herc had the party, and I think that's the
Okay.
the location. At least that's what the article says. So, what do you have to say for the state of New York earmarking $1 million to kind of help keep this museum afloat, or have this museum stay open?
Hey, is it too early to say Mamdani for president? Is it too early for that?
It's too early.
It's too early. Okay, cool. No, shout out to the state of New York, man. Like, I think that's fire. First, I didn't know that there was a hip hop museum in New York where Cool Herc had the port. I did not know that. So
I didn't know it either.
you learn something new every day, right? Now, with that being said, the fact that the state of New York is officially like really recognizing it to earmark the funds for it, I love that. I love to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess now it's just a matter of what do you use it for. Like I'm wondering if there needs to be like renovations or some sort of upkeep or what, or can this money just be used to like add more space, maybe add more artifacts, like things like that. So I'm just curious, like what we can use this money for now.
Yeah, $1 million seems like a drop in the bucket, but for it to be in the birthplace of hip hop, that means a lot. The museum is not open. I think it's more so like the spot, like the party. I think they kind of not memorialized it, but like made it, preserved it, if you would say.
Oh, okay, got you.
So now we're getting an official museum, and then that was tucked in the state budget. That's according to the New York Post. So this isn't no fugaziness, when it comes to the news. But I think it's dope, right? It's just what does it look like? And now that it gets public funding, I wonder if rappers would contribute, items to it, even kick in funds for it,
right.
so that these things will exist and stay on, because hip hop is such a broad thing. And I know by being in the Bronx, it's gonna be heavy East Coast, but it's okay. We gonna have to start somewhere,
True.
I'm not into having regional museums just at this point, but we have to get to a point where hip hop has a museum and where it is the center, the focal point. It teaches a story. It has artifacts. It has everything in it that a legitimate museum has.
Yep.
I want people walking around and they got to know their shit. Like, hey,
oh man,
tell me about this.
I love going to museums and seeing like the captions that gives the history of whatever the art piece is. Yeah. I need that. I need the little earpiece where I can walk around and hear like facts, and I need the tour guide to say, hey, this chain was worn by DJ Kool Herc when he hosted the party in March of 1970, whatever. Like I need that. I need that.
It'll be dope once it kind of reaches like a Smithsonian type of level. I want that. I can't wait to see that. I need multi-floors. I need wings. I need rotating exhibits. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because hip hop is ever like, I need I need y'all to get stuff right. Don't be, like, hey, I know New York. I know y'all got to do what y'all got to do. But when it comes to telling the story of everybody, please be fair.
So okay. So speaking of telling the story, right? How would you curate a hip hop museum? Would you go by eras? Would you go by the pillars of hip hop, like, or the elements of hip hop? Like, how would you curate it?
That's a great question, because there's so many ways you can attack it, right? If we're talking about this museum is at its top, like is at its peak, I probably would do eras.
Yeah.
That may be the easiest way to do it. We're talking about the beginning, and we highlight everything in the beginning. 80s. Early 90s. Late 90s. Because, the early 90s was so much different than the late. Like
Absolutely.
you guys talk about pre-shiny suit, this shiny suit. Like it's two different levels of 90s.
It's true.
And then the 2000s was different. Then you talk about the sub. Then we start getting the bags about dancing, fashion. Like the fashion we got. That might be a different museum.
Now, see, that's where your rotating exhibits could come in, right?
Yep.
You can have a fashion exhibit. You can have a DJ exhibit. You can have a best of hype man exhibit. Like, there's so many different ways you could go with like rotating exhibits, but you definitely start with the eras. You gotta start with the eras. You gotta start with Sugar Hill Gang. First time Sugar Hill Gang was played on the radio, on up until Run DMC, collaborating with artists outside of hip hop, getting into the gritty early 90s, getting into the shiny suit later part of the 90s, moving into the 2000s, how Jay-Z, Eminem, Nelly, like how that, every Ludacris, how everybody's trying to get that number one spots, who's selling the most records. How, you can have a rotating exhibit of artists who sold 1 million records in the first week. Like, it's so many different things that you can do with the hip hop museum, and I would love to see it. I would love to see that.
Now, let me ask you this: do you think that there should be like a? I know we talked about this last week and how it can be overrated, but do we think we should have like a GOAT wing? Like a hall, like a Hall of Fame bust wing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like clearly, okay, we go have like four or five people in there off rip, right? You know what I'm saying? Then everybody else, like LL, Rakim, Biggie, Tupac, you know what I'm saying? Then everybody else, you just start kind of funneling in. Like, honestly, this is just more reason for me to want a hip hop Hall of Fame, to be honest.
Oh yeah, no, I see. I can feel that. I feel that. That's
because we talk about how often these rappers are brought into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right?
Yep.
Now, clearly, they are first ballot in rap if they already made enough commercial appeal for everybody, a broader spectrum of people to recognize how great they are. But there are some people that are probably just gonna be hip hop and that's it, and that's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, a Knicks legend and a Hall of Fame legend are two different legends, and it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just a legend in that city, in that jersey,
and that's cool.
And that's cool. So I'm thinking that maybe there are just some hip hop only legends, and that's okay to us. Like, MC Hammer will never get to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but he should definitely be in the Rap Hall of Fame.
Absolutely,
no questions.
Damn, no, that's a great point. That's a great point. What do you call the? I guess would they receive like a trophy or something, or do we call it the? Listen, Sugar Hill Gang Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Like, what do we call it, right?
We're not calling it that, but I think we should. I know this might be a grandiose way of thinking, but I think everybody should get like a bust, like it's the NFL.
You say get a what?
A bust, like a statue.
Oh,
made a bust.
Okay.
That might be. If we talk about groups and stuff, like, all right, that might be a lot. But if it's like one singular solo artist, like,
Wu-Tang Clan just get one. Not everybody gets their own.
Yeah, not everybody gets in. And then let's be honest. It's only one or two that really need to get in. We talking about solo.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, you can get in this group, but you're not getting in twice. So Method Man, RZA, like, y'all good. Ghost, y'all good. Like, them three, Raekwon, like, you know what I'm
saying? Not expected that. He got the best verse out of everybody. No, okay,
that's cool, but he ain't getting in twice.
It's not enough.
You get in because of the group. Hey, I always go there. Mike got in twice, but Mike got in with his brothers. Then he got in on solo. So
Jermaine not get in again. So,
you got damn right. Yeah,
I got you.
What we talking about?
That's funny. No, but I'm with you though. I'm with you. When we get to the point where we have like an official national hip hop museum, we absolutely have to do a Hall of Fame with it. Like, that would be. I think that would be dope.
That way, we ain't got all these old rock niggas hating. We ain't got Gene Simmons and all these other niggas hating. Like, listen, we got our own thing, and we go keep this going. And I think that hip hop has reached the point that rock has previously, right? Because rock was a young, youthful genre at a point, and then became a dominant force in culture that you couldn't deny. That's where rap is now.
Yep, for sure.
So we need the right people to bring prestige to it, and then we just start inducting people. We already got a list of everybody in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They automatically get over there. Everybody from Run DMC to Salt Pepper, Tupac, NWA, like all them go straight in, no questions asked. Now we want to spread
ceremony.
Yeah, I know we gotta have to. We gotta do all the posthumous things first. Like, yeah, I did. All right, cool, boom. And then we started inducting all the, like that would be an interesting conversation. Who's a rock and roll, like who's not a hip hop Hall of Fame? I mean, a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but a hip hop Hall of Fame. Like Little Kim.
Oh man, what? Absolutely,
easily. First ballot rap.
Damn, no, that's a great
first ballot, no questions.
That's a great.
As soon as you hit the ballot, it's up. Check, get it
in there.
But if we talk about over there, nah, not so much.
Is Rakim not in the hip hop? I mean, not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Let's see.
I don't think so.
I don't think he is. No.
But Rakim.
First ballot,
easily. Kool Moe Dee.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
I thought I was trolling because I heard I was listening to the radio the other day. He gonna be here in concert like at some point this summer. So I just threw it out there.
I'm trying to think who else could be like undoubtedly like when they say rap Hall of Fame, you're in. No questions asked.
So okay, because I think most rappers who had some level of success in the 80s and 90s would deservingly go in there, right?
You know what's funny? Ice Cube is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of NWA, but they wouldn't let him in solo.
Really?
I don't think so.
You don't what? Well, let's think about.
Let's think
about Ice. Okay.
And this is no disrespect to Ice Cube,
right? Because I think automatically when we think of Ice Cube, we think of I'll speak for me. When I think Ice Cube, I don't automatically only think about NWA. I think about acting, writing. I think about everything else that he's done outside of that.
That's why
I think about the music. Yeah,
that's why he first ballot with us. But they put NWA in, around the time the movie came out. Hold on, when did they actually induct them? 2016. That was around the time the movie came out.
Right.
And that's most of a play for Dr. Dre, if you want to be honest.
Right. Ooh.
What NWA has cultural impact, so there's no denying them on the rock and roll hip-hop. I mean, on the rock and roll stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're talking about that. But NWA has 2 albums.
Right.
But Biggie got 2 albums and shit he in. But hey, it is what it is. But no, Ice Cube solo. Rap only.
Hip Hop Hall of Fame for.
Hold on, I got plenty of examples. Common.
Oh, absolutely. So this is gonna be my question.
Mm-hmm.
I think again, anybody that has some level of success in the 90s and before, we can put them in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Okay.
My question is, who after 2000 and after is not in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame? That's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that you would put in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Okay. Well, Busta counts as 90s, but a lot of his, he had success in the 2000s too.
True.
50 Cent, 50 Cent. We can run them down. 50, Nelly, like rapper, like first ballot. Stop playing with these people.
True.
Now Ja Rule might have to wait.
Really?
I don't think he first ballot.
You don't think Ja Rule is first ballot Hip Hop Hall of Fame?
People gonna hold that shit against him, bro.
Wow.
Like, okay. Does Ja Rule have a classic album? Like, it's concessions as to why I can give Busta in there, even though he doesn't have a classic. Is Jadakiss going in first ballot? Like these are like now we having questions. Right? Is Jadakiss like Fabulous niggas like that? Like are they getting in first ballot?
And I think this is going to be the difference between the Hip Hop Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because
we're not even talking about them over there. Who we gonna make wait?
and this is why these conversations are needed, right? Because this is really just a general hip hop conversation. Because does Fabulous, Jada, do these people have a classic album? Oh, okay, so with that being said, though, like think.
We got to come with a criteria. I know, right?
Oh my God, we need a real criteria, because how dare we say that Jadakiss ain't first ballot in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame? Because Jadakiss has done nothing but stay relevant in hip hop, like period. Fabulous, same thing. Ja Rule had one of the greatest runs in hip hop ever, and he's not for. Like, that's crazy.
I don't think. No. I ain't saying he can't get in.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about.
Ballot.
I'm just not first ballot. Okay, I got one that got a stronger case than a lot of people I just named. And I won't even be biased on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Ross, first ballot. Soon as he hit the ballot, does he go in?
Rick Ross got a classic though.
I know he do. Undeniable too.
Rick Ross first ballot over Ja Rule.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Rick Ross. I was saying this. Rick Ross getting first ballot over Jadakiss is kind of wild.
That's insane to think about. But when you sit and think about the criteria, though,
it's like what are we talking about? Commercial success, like where these charts, where they placed on the charts, like.
Damn, can a feature run get you in?
Yeah, can a mixtape? Because a couple mixtapes get you in. Couple mixtapes. Hold on, what about beefs? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like him and Beanie had one of the greatest beefs of all time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ever. Does that help in the criteria getting them over there?
I feel like it should. I feel like
because we like Jadakiss, like because we like him. Like, I don't know, bro. How many times have we said we come here? It's like, hey, it depends on how much you like the nigga.
Oh my God!
Like we gonna find a way to put Jada in. Like Jada, just go in, bro. Don't worry about it. Like, no, it's kind of like how you see some, like how you back in your club lounge days, the bouncer know you, like, man, just get in there. Don't worry about it.
That's crazy. Wow. Okay, at some point we're gonna have to have some guests so we can rehash because this. I love this. This is fire. Like this is a really good. This is a really good discussion. But I'm like, goddamn.
I know. Some people have stronger cases than others. We're not saying that Rick Ross raps better than Jadakiss. No one's saying that because we know who's the better rapper. Mm-hmm. But we talking about resume.
Yeah. And
Jadakiss has an extensive resume. Pause if applicable. But you know what I'm saying. He has that. He's a part of a group that has a. Some people might say the Lost have a classic album. We Are the Streets. I think people would say that's classic.
Yeah.
But still, it's just you got the Lots, and then you got solo career. Like Jadakiss has been relevant since the '90s in the hip hop space.
The Lox is first ballot, but Jadakiss isn't.
Hell no. The Lots not first ballot.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, okay. If the
I'll put Jadakiss in there before I put his group in there.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
The Lots got let's be honest. The Lots got 2 mainstream albums.
Mm-hmm.
Money, Power, Respect, which is a strong effort, and We Are the Streets, where I think some people will say it's a classic. I don't lean in that space, but some people will recognize that. Do you think their 2 albums is strong enough for them to be in as a group? 2 albums. Maybe a mixtape run, but if you start incorporating everything else, they like New Edition. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? you want to count all their solo stuff in it too? Like, you know what I'm
saying? The new edition of hip hop. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, man. Hey, clearly, we going off the rails with that. Okay. Man, let's try this out before we get up out of here.
Yeah, man.
OG topic, OG segment. You damn near say Blerd topic, Blerd segment, because me and Johnny are mature Blerds. We grew up in this shit. We was molded by it.
Facts.
A lot of y'all out here false flag. A lot of this just became, cool to y'all. And we here to fire off. We just need to know, when did it become cool? When did this lifestyle become cool?
Yeah.
Now there's variations of Blerd, and I understand it. I understand the game. Johnny may fall in a certain bucket. I may fall in a certain bucket. But this is the game, though. And a lot of this stuff has been commercialized, it's been pushed to the mainstream, and we're here to discuss.
Yeah, man.
So first, I want to say Johnny's in the cosplay. Like, Johnny might put on a nice suit, nice joint, and go outside in it. Cool. Like, no, cool.
I mean, yeah, I know. It's just funny. When you put it that way, yeah. It's funny.
I said a nice suit.
I know, it's funny. It's just funny.
and then, go to a convention, which is another layer to it, right? So a lot of people, it just seems like, I don't know if social media has made this a thing where it seems like it's cool and more accepting, or it's like some people just like, and I don't know if you want to start like, the gatekeeping conversation. So we try to keep that away from it. But how do you feel about that, Jerome?
I think it's interesting. I think it's one of those double, triple edged swords of social media. It's like cosplay has been a thing for a very, very, very long time, right? Yeah. Hell, I haven't been a cosplayer my whole life. Like, I only really just started less than 10 years ago, right? But I think it's become more acceptable, more mainstream because of social media. As there are more conventions catered towards Black people and more people starting to become more comfortable with the type of media that they like. Yeah. I think it's just become a more comfortable and accessible thing for Black people themselves to cosplay. Yeah. I think social media has been the major driver of that, because it's like, let's just say there's a group of people in Memphis, right? Yeah. Want to always cosplay, but never thought about it. But now they see conventions like BlerdCon, DreamCon, hell, even C2E2 in Chicago. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, these are my people. I see them doing that, so now they become more comfortable. Okay, yeah. I'm going to go next year because I know I'll be in a space where I'll be accepted in doing this, right? And I think it's just that has happened a lot over, let's just say, the last 5 years, and it's just really blown up. Blown up.
No, I think it's dope because a lot of people that may not have had that safe space within our community before, and I'm just talking about us as Black people from the inner city, may not have had that access and then that notoriety or that, exposure, I would dare say, to certain things.
For sure.
So for that to be kind of showcased on social media in a positive light, it kind of gives people like, hey, there's my people, there's my tribe. Let me go kick it with them. And I'm pretty sure in your travels you've met people that are first time people, or like I've never done this before, or solo people, like people that just pull up dolo, like, hey, I'm just here, just kicking it. So I think that's dope, but I don't know if there's like this isn't like the 90s or the 2000s where we're like, oh, he's a dork. Like, I don't know if, now granted, I know I'm not in the space where I see bullying, but I don't know if that's still a thing, if that thing still exists. Because to me, from helicoptering in, you know what I'm saying, it seems like that people are more accepting of people if they own it. You know what I'm saying? If you own your truth, no one can use it against you.
Yep.
So if I like cosplay, no matter how old I am, no matter what shade of Black I may be, or where I started my journey at, it's accepted though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's cool. But if you like don't really, like, okay, that's where, like, the insecurity will get the jokes.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, like, so there's never 100% support, right?
Yeah.
I always say, hey, just go where you know you're going to be accepted. Hell, even on social media, right? Like, I follow people that go to DreamCon. I follow people that go to BlerdCon, and they got their shit on. Like, I'm talking, they spend hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars on cosplay. Like, the shit look amazing, right? But then you'll go to the comments, and then you'll see, oh, this character ain't Black. You like all that type of shit. So,
well, if racism comes in now, I think that's a different level, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm just talking about us. Like you,
Yup.
like I'm not saying we can't. Like I'm not. I hate to be like, oh, well, we can't control the white people. Fuck y'all. This is fantasy, bro. Like you can kick rocks, bro.
Facts.
Like, like for real. But I'm in the understanding that it was like, and I guess I'm fighting back against the perception that we had back in the day that this is not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's actually cool to be yourself. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for
And I
sure.
think that's the underlying conversation. But I want to ask you this.
Mhm.
Now we're in the age of nostalgia, right? We're the old heads. Remember, like, and I want to touch on fashion because, like, as you see a whole bunch of shirts and they have like, you know, it might have a Stranger Things reference, which I'm big on, or a Game of Thrones reference, or Star Wars, or Marvel, or
Yep.
DC, or anime, or like, you know what I'm saying, those types of
Mhm.
things. Graphic tees. Those were only kind of reserved for the geeks. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah.
For real. Because think
Yeah.
about like the stereotypical 80s movie. You had the geek that worked at the video store with the Terminator t-shirt on. Like, and it was kind of like he knew everything about the movies. He knew every movie in there when it came out. Like, he was that type of person.
Yep.
But now that's just a regular fashion statement.
It's true.
And I'm not sure, did we change or was it always like this?
That's a really good question.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we kind of changed it, and I think it started with. I think it actually started with like musical artists. Like I seen a bunch of people wear Metallica t-shirts, like t-shirts of AC/DC, like bands that they don't fucking listen to, right? And I think it kind of spawned from that.
Yeah.
I really like, of course, I'll go get a Spider-Man t-shirt today and wear it, right?
Yeah.
Hell, I just bought Pokemon dropped some shit at Target a few weeks ago. I went and bought a fucking Gengar Eevee Charizard shirt just on off the strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people probably bought that shit, ain't never watched Evolution in their life. Like they don't know where Charizard came from. So I think it really did start with us when we were younger, wearing t-shirts of artists that we probably knew nothing about, and it kind of evolved over time. Yeah, a lot of people know Terminator. I can guarantee not everybody has seen Terminator 2, which is the best in the series, right? But yeah, they're gonna wear a Terminator shirt.
Yeah.
So I feel like it kind of started with us and it branched off from those artists, movies, other pop culture references, and it kind of just blew up, and now it's a thing.
I think the idea that the fashion, it used to be like you wouldn't dare wear this shirt and not understand what's on it. That's
Facts.
the idea, right?
Facts.
If you wore this, you were considered a fan.
Yep.
So if I see somebody with a Hellfire Club tee on, I'm like, oh, you in the streets. You like Stranger Things. But they might have just seen it and thought it was a dope shirt,
Right.
and they just wanted to wear it.
Yep.
And I think that's where the gatekeeping comes in. Like, you know, no one can gatekeep any property. No, you can't. Like, you know, there are new fans made every day or something. So when you see people enjoy things or get T-shirts and get mugs and bumper stickers, whatever the hell they got, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that it should be, I don't know, you shouldn't feel away if you see these things. You'd be like, oh, okay, cool. The only way I feel away is if it's like shoes or something. But then again, I'm not gonna fight nobody in the streets over these Toy Story Adidas that came out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like it's like, of course I grew, like I was 95. I was like, what, 7? Like that's when the first Toy Story came out. Who am I as a grown ass man to fuck with this kid with their Buzz Lightyear shoes on and say, hey little boy, you don't know nothing about Buzz. Why you got that shit on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now me and his daddy fighting. Like, you know
okay, that's extreme, right? Now,
but somebody, not me, but I was just saying somebody.
Now it's different if I see a 20-year-old wear that shit, a 21-year-old. You ain't seen one Toy Story, and now you wearing this shit. You don't. They don't know nothing about no fucking Woody.
Bro, the first one came out in 95. We on 5 now. Like, they probably done seen 3 or 4. You ain't going.
Right, probably.
They probably seen 4.
You're right.
I know.
Listen, Toy Story 4 don't count. You gotta see the original. You gotta see Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2. That's it. 3 to now, sorry, I guess. Woody, Buzz, Slinky, Mr. Potato Head, the OGs. I don't give a fuck about that fork.
You
none of
don't
that
care
shit.
about Jane?
Yeah. Original cast. They playing with
cast.
forks with the little. No.
All right, cool. But no,
I'm gatekeeper.
Yeah, just a little bit. But the fact it's kind of like, hold on, see now we got to have a Toy Story conversation because remember when I think it was in either 4 where Andy was grown. Andy was a grown ass man going to college. Like at least he was 19. And he didn't want to give up Buzz. Like he didn't want to give up Buzz and Woody. He didn't want to give them up to the kids. Like, nigga, you grown. Like, let it go, bro. He's like, nope.
Hell no.
That's how we are. Nope.
Yeah, look, that's how I feel right now. I got 100 Funko Pops up there right now. You think my nephew asked me to open one of those a year ago. I said no. You can't open this. This is a collector's item. This is not for play. It's to look.
Speaking of collections, let's go to that. while I got your attention, right? So collecting has become a big thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I think anything where a dollar can be made, it can be, exploited. And I think that's probably where the bigger conversation will land. But how do you feel about people coming into the space of collecting, right? And I mean, collecting is not just a Blerd thing, but everybody collects everything. You can collect shoes or nickels. I don't know. Collect them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing, big dog.
Right.
But I think in the space of like, Pokemon cards or, some type of like Funko Pops, like you just said, other things, comic books, like you went and got, what was it, rated? What was the term?
Rated. Yeah, great.
See, so things like that, right? How do you feel like in the space of collecting, which is a dope thing, it's an adrenaline rush. It's a dopamine hit, right? How do you feel about just kind of people coming into that space? Like, do you appreciate people that do it for the love of the game? Or do you appreciate people that, like, they trying to get a quick dollar, but, they don't kind of like it, and then people that just exploit it?
I'm always here for the people that do it for the love, right?
Yeah.
I know it's people that's been building Pokemon decks since we was 10, since you and I were 10, right? Those are the type of things that I appreciate. I watch videos I've seen so many videos of people who have the entire collection of, let's just say, Nintendo games, right? I'm talking about from the regular Nintendo Entertainment System all the way up to the Switch 2. Okay. Every game released in the United States, they got the package, the case, the cartridge, all. That's fire to me, right?
Yeah.
But then you get people who know like certain Pokemon cards, certain Pokemon decks may go for a certain amount of money on the secondary market, right?
Yeah.
I'm not all the way mad at you trying to make a quick dollar. Where it gets annoying is where these people go into these stores and take the whole pallet of the new Pokemon cards that dropped. I'm talking about it could be 70 boxes and you go in and get 68 of the boxes to take them home and try to resell them on eBay or wherever you resell them. Yeah. That's where I get annoyed.
Yeah. Because that's where I guess like stores will start to do the limit to per customer or whatever.
Yep.
But that's where a lot of backdoor stuff happens. Like, the guy that owns the store or one of the employees pay him a little extra. Like, hey, don't worry about it. Turn your head, man. Get that.
But it's almost getting to the point now where you got to do backdoor just to secure one for yourself. Like, not that you're going to take this and try to resell it, but the one that you actually want. Like, that's crazy.
No, I get it. Listen, the shoe game the same way, baby. So I'm just putting into your terms, like putting in that term. But the idea that everything can be turned in for a profit, and you see what capitalism does to us. Like, we already are hyper consumers. Like, hyper consumers. Like, everything we want, we, if it's something we like and we can spend money on, we can afford it, we go buy it. Like, and it's like that. And then they bring out another variation of that thing, the same or something in the next week. So if it's a new card that you want, they got a new deck coming out in a month. Bet, like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be that.
Yep.
But and they know people really enjoy these things and they enjoy hoarding things. Like, I enjoy having all these things available to me and saying that they're mine. But the idea that people come in for a quick price, I understand. Like, hey, if I got a pair of shoes or something, and I didn't wear it, and I can get some money off, I don't really care if I don't miss it in my collection. All right, cool. But when I turn full-blown reseller or full-blown, whatever, that's where it gets tricky. But it's tricky because that money is a dopamine hit too. So, like, I get it, but I think that you ruin the fun of the people that actually enjoy it for what it is. And if I enjoy this content for what it is, let me enjoy it. If I want to go pick up this comic book freshly minted, let me do that.
Facts.
If I want this new card set, let me do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I want this limited edition board game, let me do that. Like, let me have that.
Yeah.
But I think people get off on exclusivity. So the fact that people get off on exclusivity, people will pay for the exclusive. So people will know that they will go get the exclusive shit and hoard it.
And when people get to the point where they hoard something that's supposed to be super exclusive and then they lose money on it, that brings me satisfaction.
Oh, every single time.
Like every time. Like the pink and white Jordan 1 lows, right? That I know you was trying to get. Mm-hmm. I seen somebody, I don't know if we shared this, but I seen somebody on Instagram that had 100 boxes of them sitting on them.
And he gonna be sitting on them.
Gonna be sitting. And that's what your dumb ass get. That's exactly what you get.
And have you ever noticed, right, that these people never look like me and you?
Never.
I'm talking about remove the content. Remove the shoes. It's always some racially ambiguous person. I ain't gonna say no colors. They're very racially ambiguous. You don't know where in the spectrum they fall until they open their mouth or tell you their name. You like,
how Sway?
But hey, that's the name of the game right now, bro. And anything that can be sold, like in anything that's considered exclusive or a hot commodity in a certain community, people are gonna hoard it, sell it for the highest dollar that they can get.
Yeah, it's true.
But and I hate that this has happened to many subcultures, but just getting it back to just the whole like Blerd culture itself, because these things have been kind of co-opted in a sense, and we can't gatekeep anything that we grown up to love. But like comic book movies, I was watching when they wasn't cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I love movies, but me, I love movies anyway. But comic books kind of gave you, comic book movies had more of a fantasy feel that I could follow as a kid. So I was definitely watching them. I wasn't into like the other fantasy stuff until I got a little bit older. Mm-hmm. But just knowing that Marvel kind of made this follow along universe, which kind of gets more casual people. Now, granted, I always say this, Johnny is the comic book aficionado, not me. I just like the movies. I didn't have to go read it. They put it in the cartoon. Why I gotta go read it for? That's how I felt. And plus, every time I opened the comic book, it said thwop. Bop.
Bro, all right.
Smack. Every time I opened, that's what I saw. No, nothing.
It was like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
I know niggas is old. Hey, stop that. I didn't like how you did that. I didn't like how you did that, bro.
I ain't seen a boom bap thwop since Adam West. Goddamn,
bro, that was so nasty. You said 15 years. Hold on, wait, 20 minutes ago. Hold on, wait, 30. God damn.
Hey, I'm putting it into context. The last time I seen some shit that said that in the actual comic book, I ain't seen that shit since I read the newspaper. The newspaper? That's crazy.
Damn, I compared the comic books to Family Circus. My bad, bro.
Peanuts, all this shit. It's crazy. Like, damn, I gotta give my bro some new comic books because damn.
That's crazy. Well, hey man, clearly Johnny just age shamed me. Clearly.
Shit, I'm an age shaming myself. Just a year off.
I didn't like it. It went from 15, 20. You didn't even say 25. I always remember you said 25. It's just from 20 to 30. God damn, like we just jumped 10 years. Like, god damn.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? What? As I was saying it, I'm thinking about comic books that I read 15 years. I was like, 15
years ago, we was grown. That was so crazy. 15 years ago, we was grown.
Facts. God damn. All right, well, with that being said,
clearly we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what have you got for him, bro?
Listen, man. If you are on audio and video, we appreciate everybody for rocking with us this long. If you're on YouTube, hey, hit that comment section. Let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, and we will catch y'all next week. Episode 314. Ralph, anything left for the people?
Like we said at the end of every episode, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys for tuning into the things that Johnny and myself like to talk about for this hour and some odd change. When you see the logo, when you see these faces, or you see the link, make sure you share it, because OS is for the streets.
And with that, that's episode 314.
314.
And we out.
Cheers.
Peace.